you're in the middle of the desert, and off in the distance you just see this shiny ass fucker. Yo, Bucko, it's Zero, come back to you with another figure review, and today it's Imperial Monday once again, and we have another shiny, sexy box today. It's a Star Wars Black Series Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Carbonized Stormtrooper, and this guy looks very sleek. I really love all the repaints of the Stormtroopers, so of course I couldn't pass this guy up. Now normally I talk a bit about the Stormtroopers, but I recently did an episode about the normal Stormtroopers about a week or two ago, so at the end of the video go check that out. I'll probably link it. Now this guy is just a chrome version of the normal Stormtrooper, so there's really not much to talk about since technically this doesn't exist as far as I'm aware, besides Hasbro making it. So unless he's Emperor Palpatine's Royal Dinner Trooper, as F Whoosh I think said, which that would be pretty funny. But anyways, let's get right into this super sexy box. And I love all the carbonized boxes, but I think this one's my favorite yet. Alright, so the front of the box, you have your 40th anniversary of the Empire Strikes Back logo. Mine's kind of scuffed up from the box and has a few fingerprints in it. Also can't get good lighting on it. Then you have your Stormtrooper portrait. It says Stormtrooper here. And then the side of the box says Stormtrooper, and it's in a black, which that's interesting because all the other ones I think are silver. Ooh, dust. And then the back of the box, you have your bio. It says Stormtroopers are leak shock troopers, fanatically loyal to the Empire, and impossible to sway from the Imperial cause. And that's it. That's actually a really sexy picture right there. On the side of the box says Stormtroop. Top of the box silver, bottom of the box silver again. All unreadables. It's funny, it's just like the box is kind of beat up, so you got like some smudges and stuff on it. So that must really suck for like the mint in box collectors, because this thing is so shiny. But to me that doesn't matter too much. As much as I love the box though, I love the figure more. So let's crack this chrome dome open. And here he is out of the box, and he's super sexy. Damn. I love this shiny trooper. Like, I didn't expect this to look this good in person. I thought it was going to be like, oh, it's just like a crappy silver paint job. No, it's actually pretty decent. But I want to show him off a little more, but before I do that, I'm going to take a look at his accessories, and he comes with his E11, just like every other Stormtrooper. Show them a little better. The only difference is this is usually the E11 is in like a flat black or something. This is like a different color than we got before. It's like a grayish color, grayish gunmetal silver. It's just flat. There's no paint or anything on it, which is weird because you'd think the weapons would have it. Then he also comes with a DLT 20A. This one, same thing. Usually there's some like paint or something on it, but yeah, nothing too special here. And then of course you put the E11 into his holster, as always. And yeah, it's just pretty standard stuff for the Stormtroopers at this point. But unfortunately they are changing the weapons along with the updated figure, so this is probably the last we will see of this body mold, and the last we will see of these two weapons specifically, because they're updating the E11 now like a longer clip, and I think they're getting rid of this completely. So I'm gonna miss these, even though I have like 6 of them that I'm not using, but it's still gonna be sad not having them. And now let's take a little closer look at the figure, and he's chrome. Like, what can I say about him? He's chrome. You know what, I'm actually gonna go grab my normal Stormtrooper, because they're really just the same thing, but just to show you how different the two are. They're really not all that different. It's the same exact paint apps and everything. Yeah, just to give you an idea of where the paint should be on this figure. Now we'll take a closer look at him. I actually really like that they still painted on this blue, because it's like you could have just not done it, and honestly people wouldn't have minded, because I feel like a lot of this paint app they could have gotten away with not doing it, but they did it, and that's I actually really appreciate that still, because yeah, it's just this is a nice touch. I probably need to go over this and kind of touch it up a little bit. This is a really nice figure, man. I really dig this. I didn't think I would like this as much as I do, and crap, I kind of want another one now. Right, anyways, let's get into articulation real quick. He has your standard Stormtrooper articulation. So his head has a hinge and a ball joint, and he gets this Stormtrooper always gets a good range of movement, so out of the head. So that engineering always worked for me. Some of the other troopers don't, but this one always works well, so that was always cool to me. And you have hinge and swivel at the shoulder, and again that's hindered like always, so you really can't get that too far out. You got swivel at the bicep, then you got a double jointed elbow, you got a hinge and swivel at the wrist, same thing on the other side, and then this side goes up and down for aiming purposes, and this side goes in and out. You got a ball joint, I believe, at the torso. You have a legs go out that far, back that far. You're really not getting that far back. You go to the side that far, so. And then you have a swivel at the thighs. And then you have a double jointed knee, and as always he kicks his own ass. And you have a hinge at the ankle and a forward facing pin for rocker, and that one's super stiff. Honestly, he just looks like a big tin man, and I really like this. Tell me that's not sick as hell. Anyways, let's go ahead and pose this chrome dome. And I actually want to try something real quick, because he does have this peg hole for the Sand Trooper backpack. Yeah, and that's really strange. Like, I kind of like that. Could you just imagine? They're in the middle of Tatooine, and you're in the middle of the desert, and off in the distance you just see this shiny ass fucker lighting up in the desert heat and sun. He'd be just so shiny. This is strange. This would never work. But realistically, I can only see this guy in one setting. That's the Emperor's royal dinner party. Fetch us some more wine. Yes, my lord. And now we're going to show him off next to some other figures. But real quick, for comparison, here he is next to the normal Stormtrooper. And here he is next to the carbonized Lord Vader. And here he is next to the Mandalorian and Boba. And finally, here he is next to Luke Skywalker Squawker. And honestly, I'm just really happy with how this figure turned out. I didn't know if this would turn out good or not, just because I looked at Captain Phasma, and she's okay, but I was like, well, they need like a more silver color, and I think they nailed it with this silver color. I was really hoping it would be more chrome, but I think this is perfect. Don't really know what situation I would even use the Stormtrooper in, but hell, he's gonna be fun just to have random ass pictures with. This is a really cool trooper. Don't pass him up if you see him. I actually ordered this one, but I have seen one or two in some GameStops near me, so that was strange to see, because usually those things sell hella quickly. But I think you can still order this guy, and honestly, don't pass him up. Anyways, you can bring them in warm, or you can bring them in cold. Good hunting, and thanks for watching. Move along.